Kids are more tech savvy than ever before, which means parents have to be as well. And just following your child on social media, well, that might not cut it anymore. From Finsta to hidden apps tucked away on their phones, kids can find ways around traditional monitoring. Angela Canas from AT&T joins us now to tell us how to find these hidden accounts to make sure our child is safe from online predators. Good morning. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Angela, first of all, I was just having a conversation with my producer as I was walking out to the studio, and I was talking to her about Finsta. I was not familiar with the term. For other folks not familiar with what that is, what is it? What's a Finsta?
It's really fake social media accounts. I mean, the rise of Finsta or fake Instagram have become quite popular to tweens and teens. They typically use pseudonyms as their account names, making them really harder for us to find the real Instagram accounts. And really, there's tons of reasons why people create these accounts. But in teens and tweens, it's most often to post photos or captions that are more personal than what they have on their main account. They may just have it because all their friends do. And really, it can be harmless, but if they post really personal details, as we know, it can lead to dangerous situations.
Yeah, and I know, Angela, we talked about like just following your child might not be enough these days. How can you identify if your child has a fake social media account, and what is it they're using it for? If you're following what you think is their only account and that appears to be innocent, how can you find out if they do have another account and what they're doing with it?
Yeah, I think that there's a few ways, as a parent of teens, totally understand and appreciate the fact, how do we find out? And really it starts with asking them. You might be surprised that they even know what a Finsta is, right? And so, telling them the truth, letting them give an opportunity to open up and have some dialogue, that's, one way. But also, recognizing behaviors. When you enter a room, does your child hide their screen or turn off their device suddenly? Do they resist sharing passwords or allowing you to look through their phone? And simply on the devices, it's as easy as a search. Your child's email account, look it up. You can search social media. And remember that there's more than one, including one way that you may not know about it, right? So making sure that you take the opportunity to search those devices when you get a chance to.
So we're talking about, we've talked about fake social media accounts. Let's talk about hidden apps. What are hidden apps, and how do they stay hidden? What are they being used for? What are these apps being used for?
Yeah, so hidden apps or bulk apps on devices, there's typically a software program that allows them to hide certain applications, files, photos, or videos on their smartphones or tablets. They work by creating a hidden folder or a separate user account that's password protected and can't be accessed without a specific PIN code or gesture to open the app. And parents really should search for these regularly because there's constantly new ones that are being released. And to see what your child is downloading on their phones, there's several resources and simple steps to look for these things. But typically, it's hiding apps that you might not have allowed, age appropriate. Those kinds of things are typically what you find in these common hidden vaults.
Yeah, one that I recall from when I was growing up was the calculator, right? There's one that looks like a calculator, but it's not a calculator. It's where you can hide files and photos and that sort of thing. I do recall that one from growing up. And maybe there's a follow-up here, and we do a segment and we identify the different icons, the different apps to see which one you actually think is real and which one is fake. I think there's a story within that. What are resources, Angela, that AT&T has to help parents keep their children safe online while also helping their children, throughout the process?
Yeah. Well, we've got some websites and apps you can use that are really, they give you some peace of mind. We've got AT&T Screen Ready, which offers parental control guides and digital parenting resources from experts for your family to help keep the kids safe. I find this one of the most useful websites that I've used personally. So this site also offers something called Family Media Plan. And so this really helps parents and families set the media priorities that are right for your family. Parents can use the family media plan to create individualized strategies for each family member that encourages media balance, sets goals, rules, and technology. And there's also AT&T Secure Family. And then there's on the, for additional peace of mind, AT&T also has a nationwide 911 location-based routing, which again, when you talk about teens being out on the loose, great one for, it uses phone GPS to quickly and more accurately find a wireless caller.
Yeah, and for folks to learn more information, we of course will put all of this information inside this article on our website. Angela, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.